Hi CPS students, how are you? It's Kristen and Seto here, violinist with the Civic Orchestra Chicago. I hope you're all well, staying home safe, and keeping busy, of course, practicing. And I'm a little bit bummed out that we could not connect together at school and work on sectionals and orchestra rehearsals, but thank goodness for technology, right? We get to work out this way. So, last lesson, we talked about the skill and how to maneuver our bow weight when switching strings, right? So today I thought we could go a little bit more in depth with shifting. So I know many of you are probably have the hang of shifting, but want a more clear identity of how to find where to shift to and exactly what notes we're shifting on. Okay, so a perfect example is scales. And I know sometimes we get a little tired of scales, but scales are so fundamental in any instrument. They really help us with our intonation and our posture, the position of everything, making sure everything's lined up exactly where it should be. So I'm going to play a D major scale, 1 octave, and then I will show you how you could shift in this scale. So that's 1 octave on D string and A string, right? So if we take a look at when we reach the A string, our third finger, that note is D, right? A, B, C, D. We can shift from third finger to first finger. So you're just basically gonna replace your third finger with the first finger on the same note. So instead of playing 3, we're gonna replace it with 1. And now, actually, you could do 2 octaves on D major scale. Shift. So I just did 2 octaves and I stayed in third position on the A string and just switched my fingers over to the E string. So try doing D major scale 2 octaves at home. Just replace your third finger on A string, which is the note D, replace it with 1. And then you have D, E, F sharp, G. And then when you go over to the A string, it's going to be first finger in third position, A, B, C sharp, D. Okay? One of the pieces I'm going to play that you can incorporate shifting within the first measure, actually, the first 2 notes. It goes from first position to third position on D string. Okay, and this is Chrysler's Liebeslied. It's part of his 3 Viennese dances. Okay, so those are the first 3 measures. And if you remember the first 2 notes, what notes did I just shift from? I started on first finger on D string, which is E, and then I shifted to third position, second finger. So what note would this be? Second finger on D string. That's A, right? They should match up. So how did I find A on the D string? Well, remember when we replaced our third finger? Replace it with 1. And then put your second finger. So if you want to practice your shifting slowly, until you hear your home note. So when I grew up, my teacher used to tell me when you're shifting, go to the position you're supposed to be in. So this would be third position. Until you find that note, then replace it with the note you're shifting to. And then you just stay in third position. So this would be a great piece to learn at home. Again, it's Chrysler's Liebeslied, part of his 3 Viennese dances. So that would be third position, right? E, F sharp, G. Replace the G, the third finger, with 1. And now one note after G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, right? In the musical alphabet, we go back to G. Back to A. String cross. And then here you could actually stay in third position. And then come back down. So that's back to first position. Okay, now what about the others, right? We did first and third position. How do we find second position? Okay, so second is a little bit confusing because now we're kind of just basically moving everything up one note, right? So if we're gonna go, I'll start on A string. It's a little more visually easier to see. So we have A, B, right? We're still in first position. C sharp. So if we replace C sharp with 1, you're in second position. A, B, C sharp. Now replace that with 1. So our 1 replaced our second finger, right? We're in second position now. Maybe switching halfway through the scale is not a good idea. But if you want to start a scale on second position, let's say our C sharp. You can get a full 1 octave scale. I just string crossed. So maybe try practicing a 1 octave scale, start in second position. So whatever note you want to start on, just replace it with your first finger. And you can do that with just about any scale on the 4 strings. I hope this was somewhat helpful and it wasn't a little too confusing. Please let me know if you need a little bit more in-depth clarification. Ask your teachers if you need more help, and I would be more than happy to send another video on how to find your shifting in positions. Practice with scales, okay? That's the most basic first thing you should do when learning anything, especially on the violin. And if you want, try this Chrysler Liebeslied. It's the second dance, the second Viennese dance. And just even look at the first line. So you start from first position to third position for that entire first line. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful, and try practicing more shifting at home while you can. Okay, take care. Bye.